Welcome to our channel where we help you unlock your full potential through the wisdom of powerful books and inspiring stories. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most famous books ever written, The Magic of Thinking Big by David J. Schwartz. This isn't just another book on success, it's a roadmap to transforming your mindset, your career, your happiness, and your entire life. Think about this for a moment. What if the only thing holding you back from the life you dream of is the way you think? What if your bank account, your happiness, your success, all of it was directly tied to the size of your thinking? That's exactly what this book teaches. The author, David J. Schwartz, was an ordinary man who unlocked extraordinary success, not because he had special skills, not because he had a rich family, but because he mastered the power of thinking big. He says the size of your success is determined by the size of your thinking. In other words, if you think small, you live small. But if you train your mind to think big, truly fearlessly and boldly, your life will expand in ways you never imagined. Your income will grow, your relationships will flourish, and your opportunities will multiply. And the best part, this is not about wishful thinking or unrealistic dreams. This is about practical, proven strategies that help you break free from fear, self doubt, and small thinking so you can achieve massive success in your life. In today's video, I will take you through the most powerful lessons from this book, lessons that will completely shift your mindset. Follow these principles, and you will think bigger, act bigger, and achieve bigger results in every area of your life. But that's not all. This summary will also improve your spoken English. As you listen, pay attention to the way I explain ideas, the words I use, and the examples I give. This will help you become more confident and fluent in English while learning the secrets to success. This book has 13 powerful lessons that will help you think bigger, build confidence, and achieve more in your personal and professional life. So, if you're ready to transform your thinking and change your life forever, hit that subscribe button and let's dive in. Lesson 1: Believe you can and you will. Everything starts with belief. The very first lesson in the magic of thinking big is this: if you believe you can succeed, you will. If you believe you will fail, you already have. This might sound simple, but it's the foundation of every great success story in history. Think about it. Every successful person, whether it's Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey, or Steve Jobs, had one thing in common: they believed they could succeed even when no one else did. David J. Schwartz says belief is the thermostat that regulates what we accomplish in life. Let's break this down. What does he mean by thermostat? Imagine you set a thermostat in a room to 25 degrees Celsius, 77 degrees Fahrenheit. No matter what happens outside, the temperature inside the room will always adjust to match that number. Your belief system works the same way. If you believe you can only earn $2,000 a month, you will take actions that keep you at that level. If you believe you're only average at work, you will never push yourself to be great. But if you believe you can become a leader, a millionaire, or an expert in your field, you will start acting in ways that make it happen. Look at Henry Ford, the founder of Ford Motors. He once said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." When Ford wanted to create the V8 engine, engineers told him it was impossible. But Ford didn't accept their disbelief. He believed it could be done. So he told his team, "Keep working until you find a way." Guess what they did? If Ford had listened to the realistic thinkers who doubted him, the world would have never seen the V8 engine. Belief is what made the impossible possible. How can you apply this in your life? Remove negative self talk. Stop saying things like, I can't do this or I'm not good enough. Replace them with, I will figure this out and I have what it takes. Surround yourself with believers. Stay away from negative people who always tell you why something won't work. Find people who encourage big thinking. Act as if you already believe. Even if you feel doubt, act as if you believe in yourself. Over time, your mind will catch up with your actions. If you truly believe in your success, you'll start making decisions that lead to it. Believe in yourself, and the world will start believing in you too. Lesson 2: cure yourself of excusitis, the failure disease. The second lesson in the magic of thinking big is about excusitis, the disease of making excuses. Schwartz says the number one thing that holds people back is not lack of talent, not lack of intelligence, but the habit of making excuses. There are 4 common types of excuses that destroy success. 1, health excuses. I'm too tired. I have bad genes. I don't have enough energy. 2, intelligence excuses. I'm not smart enough. I wasn't good in school. 3, age excuses. I'm too young. I'm too old. 4, luck excuses. I'm just not lucky. Successful people have connections. I don't. Let's talk about a man who had every reason to make excuses, but he chose something different. He chose courage. His name is Nick Vujicic. Nick was born without arms and legs. Just imagine that for a moment. No hands to write, no feet to walk, no fingers to hold anything. He couldn't do the basic things we take for granted, like eating with a spoon, opening a door, or tying his shoelaces. Now ask yourself, what would most people do in that situation? Many would say, I can't do anything. Why me? My life is over. I'm not lucky. That's called excusitis, making excuses for everything. It's a mental disease that stops people from growing. But Nick Vujicic cured himself of excusitis. He said, I have no arms and legs, but I am not broken. My mind and heart are powerful. Instead of focusing on what he didn't have, he focused on what he did have: a strong heart, a powerful mind, and a desire to inspire others. He learned to do things in his own way. He taught himself to type with 2 toes on his small foot. He learned to swim. He became a motivational speaker. And he started traveling around the world to talk to millions of people about hope, self love, and strength. He didn't say, I can't. He said, how can I? He didn't ask, why me? He asked, what now? And today, Nick Vujicic is an international speaker, an author, a husband, and a father. He has inspired millions of people around the world to stop making excuses and start taking action. Everyone has problems, but the successful ones don't make excuses. They take responsibility. They don't say, I can't. They say, how can I? You don't need perfect conditions to succeed. You need the right mindset. If a man with no arms and no legs can live without excuses, what's stopping you? Cure yourself of excusitis. No more blaming age, background, family, or failure. You are strong, you are capable, and you are responsible for your future. How to cure yourself of excusitis? Stop focusing on what you lack. Instead of saying, I don't have enough experience, say, I will learn and gain experience. Take responsibility for your life. No more blaming the economy, your boss, or your past. You are in control. Reprogram your mind. Every time you catch yourself making an excuse, immediately replace it with an empowering belief. The truth is, the world doesn't reward excuses, it rewards results. If you want to succeed, you have to get rid of excusitis and take action no matter what. Lesson 3: build confidence and destroy fear. Fear is the greatest enemy of success. It paralyzes you, stops you from taking action, and keeps you stuck in a small, ordinary life. If you want to succeed, you must eliminate fear and build unshakable confidence. David J. Schwartz says action cures fear, indecision, postponement, and hesitation. Fertilize it. Think about that for a moment. Fear is like a shadow. It looks huge when you're far away. But the closer you get, the smaller it becomes. Most people wait until they feel confident before they act. But that's not how confidence works. Confidence doesn't come first. Action comes first, and confidence follows. Public speaking is one of the most common fears in the world. Imagine two people. Person A avoids speaking in public because they're afraid. Every time they have an opportunity to speak, they say, "I'm not ready yet." As a result, their fear grows bigger and bigger. Person B feels just as afraid but decides to speak anyway. The first time, their hands shake. The second time, they feel a little more comfortable. By the 10th time, they are completely confident. What's the difference? Person B took action. How to build unshakable confidence. Do what scares you again and again. Fear is destroyed through repeated exposure. If you're afraid to talk to new people, start saying hi to strangers. If you're afraid of failure, start doing small things where failure doesn't matter. If you're afraid to start a business, begin with a small project. The more you face fear, the weaker it becomes. Talk with confidence even if you don't feel it. Stop using weak phrases like, "I think I can," or "maybe I'll try." Speak with power. "I can do this. I will figure it out." If you talk like a leader, you will become one. Visualize success every day. Spend 5 minutes daily imagining yourself as confident and successful. See yourself speaking on stage, leading a meeting, or achieving your dream. The more you see it in your mind, the more it becomes your reality. Fear only wins if you let it take action, and your confidence will skyrocket. Lesson 4: think like a leader. David J. Schwartz says, "The world is full of followers, but leaders shape the future." If you want a bigger life, you must think like a leader. What does it mean to think like a leader? It means taking responsibility instead of making excuses, seeing opportunities where others see problems, making decisions, and taking action even when it's uncomfortable. Let's break this down. How do followers think versus how do leaders think? Think about the power of leadership thinking. Imagine two employees in the same company. Employee A does only what they are told. When they face a problem, they complain and say, "This is not my job." Employee B takes initiative. When they see a problem, they find a solution. They help their team. They think like a leader. After 2 years, who do you think will get promoted? Employee B, of course, because leadership is not about position, it's about mindset. How to develop a leadership mindset. Stop blaming. Start owning. Stop blaming your past, your boss, the economy, or your circumstances. Instead, ask, what can I do to improve my situation? Speak with authority. Leaders don't whisper, hesitate, or apologize for their opinions. They speak with clarity and confidence. Next time you share an idea, say it with certainty. Be the person who solves problems. When a challenge appears, don't say, this is impossible. Instead, ask, what's the best way to handle this? Every great leader is a great problem solver. When you start thinking like a leader, people will notice and success will follow. Lesson 5. Get in the habit of taking action. The biggest difference between winners and losers is that winners take action. They don't wait for perfect conditions, and they don't wait until they feel ready. David J. Schwartz says, ideas alone won't bring success, only action can give you results. Think about this. How many people talk about getting in shape but never start exercising? How many people dream about starting a business but never take the first step? How many people wish for success but never take action? Successful people are different. They act fast and keep going. Most people say things like, I'll start my business someday. I'll write my book when I have more time. I'll learn English when life gets less busy. But someday is just an excuse. There is no perfect time. If you wait, you'll stay stuck forever. Imagine two people who both want to start a YouTube channel. Person A spends months planning, watching tutorials, and waiting for the perfect moment. They never start. Person B starts with a simple video. Even though it's not perfect, they improve over time. After a year, they have 100 videos and thousands of subscribers. Who succeeds? Person B, because action beats perfection every time. How to take more action? Use the do it now rule. If something takes less than 5 minutes, do it immediately. Don't overthink it, just start. Set deadlines for everything. Goals without deadlines never happen. If you want to start exercising, set a date. I will work out tomorrow at 7 a.m. If you want to write a book, set a deadline. I will finish chapter 1 by Sunday. Accept imperfection. Your first attempt won't be perfect. And that's normal. Start anyway and improve as you go. Taking action is the key to everything you want in life. Start today, not someday. Lesson 6, surround yourself with the right people. Have you ever heard the phrase, you become like the 5 people you spend the most time with? This is one of the most powerful truths in life. The people around you shape your thoughts, your habits, your self-esteem, and even your success. Imagine a sponge placed in a bucket of dirty water. It will absorb the dirty water and become filthy. But if the same sponge is placed in clean, fresh water, it will absorb that purity. You are the sponge. The people you surround yourself with are the water. If you spend your time with negative people who always complain, you will start complaining. If you spend time with lazy people who make excuses, you will start making excuses. If you spend time with fearful people who never take risks, you will start fearing challenges. But if you surround yourself with confident people who believe in themselves, you will start believing in yourself. Successful people who take action, you will start taking action. Positive people who see opportunities, you will start seeing opportunities. Your environment controls your mindset. You cannot grow in toxic soil. You cannot fly if you are surrounded by people who hold you down. Consider the power of the right circle. Imagine two students, Sarah and Lisa, who both have dreams of becoming doctors. Sarah's friends are ambitious and hardworking. They wake up early to study, push each other to work harder, share knowledge, and encourage one another. Sarah naturally becomes disciplined and motivated. Lisa's friends are lazy and careless. They laugh at people who study, spend hours on their phones, and skip classes. Lisa starts copying their behavior and loses focus. After 5 years, Sarah becomes a doctor while Lisa fails. The difference is the people they surrounded themselves with. How do you change your circle and grow? Identify who is helping and who is hurting you. Make a list of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Ask yourself, do they push me forward or pull me backward? Limit time with negative people. You don't need to cut people out completely, but spend less time with those who drain your energy. If someone always complains, criticizes, or makes excuses, distance yourself. Find people who inspire you. Join groups, online communities, or workplaces where people are driven and positive. If you can't find successful people in real life, read books, watch inspiring videos, and learn from great minds. You don't have to be born in the right environment. You can create the right environment by choosing who you spend time with. If you surround yourself with winners, you will become a winner. Lesson 7. Master the art of self-discipline. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going. Most people fail in life not because they don't have talent or intelligence, but because they lack self-discipline. Self-discipline is the ability to do what you need to do even when you don't feel like it. Wake up early even when you feel tired. Study even when you'd rather watch TV. Work out even when you don't feel like moving. Success is not about doing what is easy. It's about doing what is necessary. Imagine an Olympic athlete and an average person. The average person wakes up late, eats junk food, skips workouts, and watches TV for hours. The athlete wakes up at 5 a.m., eats healthy food, trains every day, and sacrifices temporary pleasure for long term success. Both have the same 24 hours. The difference is self discipline. How do you develop unstoppable discipline? Start with small wins. If you try to change everything at once, you will fail. Start small. Wake up 15 minutes earlier, read for 5 minutes a day, exercise for 10 minutes. Create non negotiable rules for yourself. Successful people have rules they never break. I will exercise daily, no matter what. I will work on my goals for 1 hour a day, no excuses. Remove temptations. If you want to eat healthy, don't keep junk food in the house. If you want to focus, put your phone in another room. Self-discipline is easier when you don't rely on willpower alone. Remember the pain of regret. One day your future self will thank you or regret what you did today. Every time you feel lazy, ask, do I want to regret this later? Discipline is hard, but regret is harder. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. Build that bridge, and success is yours. Lesson 8. Never stop learning and growing. Most people stop learning after school. They believe education is only for students, but the truth is, learning should never stop. The world changes fast. Technology advances and new opportunities arise. If you stop learning, you get left behind. Think about it. The people who read books, learn new skills, and adapt are always ahead. The people who stop learning, stop growing, and stay the same fall behind. Consider the growth versus fixed mindset. Imagine two coworkers, John and Alex. John believes learning stops after school. He never reads books or improves his skills. He complains that life is unfair and stays in the same position for years. Alex believes in continuous learning. He reads daily, learns new skills, and takes online courses. Over time, he earns promotions, makes more money, and grows as a person. Who do you think will be more successful in 5 years? Alex. How do you become a lifelong learner? Read 10 pages every day. The average CEO reads 52 books per year. Reading just 10 pages a day equals one book per month, which equals 12 books per year. Books give you the knowledge of the greatest minds in history. Learn new skills regularly. Take online courses, listen to podcasts, and watch educational videos. In today's world, you can learn anything from anywhere. Invest in yourself, spend money on books, seminars, and courses. You are your greatest asset. The more you invest in your mind, the richer you become. Learning is the key to growth. The moment you stop learning, you stop growing. The moment you stop growing, you start dying. Never stop learning. Never stop improving. That's how you stay ahead in life. Lesson 9. Stop seeking approval from others. There's a silent killer of dreams that many people never talk about. It's not failure. It's not lack of talent. It's not poverty. It's the fear of what other people will think, the fear of judgment, the fear of criticism, the fear of not being accepted. This fear makes people hide their true selves. It makes them choose careers they don't love just to make their parents happy. It makes them stay in toxic relationships just so society doesn't call them a failure. It makes them stay silent even when their heart is screaming. But here's the truth. You were not born to please everyone. You were born to live your own life, follow your own dreams, and become your best self. How do you stop caring about people's opinions? Understand this truth. People will judge you anyway, whether you fail or succeed. Someone will have a problem if you speak. They'll say you're loud. If you stay silent, they'll say you're weak. You cannot win in their eyes, so stop trying. Win in your own eyes. Ask yourself, whose life am I living? Am I living to make my parents proud? Am I dressing to impress others? Am I choosing my dreams or their expectations? If you died tomorrow, would you be happy with how you lived? Practice being your true self every day. Wear what you like, say what you believe, choose your path even if no one understands it. The world will adjust, but first you must accept yourself fully. Your life is a gift, so don't waste it trying to be someone else. Lesson 10. Make peace with your past. Your past is not a prison, but many people live like prisoners trapped in regret, guilt, and pain. They replay old mistakes in their heads. They cry over what they lost. They punish themselves for what they did or didn't do. But here's something powerful. Your past was a lesson, not a life sentence. It was meant to teach you, not destroy you. For example, a man named Alex used to be addicted to alcohol. He hurt his wife, lost his job, and even pushed away his own children. After 10 years, he changed. He became sober. He started helping other addicts, and he became a speaker sharing his story to help others. But one thing haunted him: his guilt. He couldn't forgive himself for the pain he caused. One day, an old man told him, "You can't drive forward by staring at the rearview mirror. You'll crash." That day, Alex realized he had to make peace with his past to create a better future. He visited his children, apologized, cried, and hugged them. He didn't erase the past, he healed from it. And now he's living proof that your past mistakes can become your greatest message. How do you let go of the past and move forward? Accept what happened without denial. Don't pretend it didn't hurt. Don't fake strength. Cry if you must, mourn if you must, but don't stay there. Forgive yourself and others. Forgiveness is not saying it was okay. Forgiveness is saying, I'm choosing peace over pain. Free yourself from chains of blame and hate. Write a new chapter. Your story isn't finished, and your next page can be beautiful if you stop rereading the painful ones. Start something new, a new goal, a new habit, a new journey. You are more than what happened to you. You are who you choose to become. Lesson 11, embrace failure as your greatest teacher. Most people are afraid of failure. They think it's the end. They feel ashamed and they hide it. But the truth is, failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. Every successful person has failed many times. The difference is that they learned from it. They didn't run away, they grew stronger. For example, the girl who failed the exam, her name was Emily. Emily always dreamed of becoming a doctor. She studied day and night for her entrance exam, while her friends went to parties, watched movies, or scrolled social media. Emily sat in her room solving papers, memorizing books, and believing in one thing: I will make it. This is my future. But when the results came, she failed. Not by much, just a few marks, but it felt like her whole world collapsed. She cried for days. She didn't eat properly. She locked herself in her room. People whispered, she studied so hard and still failed. Her relatives said, maybe she's not smart enough. For a while, she believed them. She thought, maybe they're right. Maybe I'm not meant for this. But one morning, her mother quietly placed a small note on her table. It said, failure is not the end. It is the beginning of a better version of you. Get up. Try again. Something clicked inside her. Emily got up. This time, she didn't just memorize. She understood deeply. She found new ways to learn. She improved her sleep, her health, and her confidence. She said, my failure was painful, but it showed me where I went wrong. It taught me how to rise. The next year, she gave the exam again. This time, she passed with a top rank. Years later, Emily became a doctor. She now tells her patients, don't fear failure. It taught me more than any textbook ever did. How do you turn failure into fuel? Don't take it personally. Failure doesn't mean you are a failure. It means your method didn't work, so try another one. Ask, what can I learn from this? What did I miss? What can I improve? What should I avoid next time? Fail forward. Keep moving even after you fall. Every successful person has scars. Let your failures be proof that you tried. Celebrate your courage. Most people never even try. If you fail, it means you had the courage to begin. That's powerful. Your failures are steps, not stop signs. Use them, learn from them, and rise with them. Lesson 12. Stop waiting for the perfect time. There is a silent dream killer that most people never notice. It's not laziness, it's not lack of money, and it's not even fear. It's the dangerous thought, I'll do it when the time is right. Millions of people have died with their dreams still inside them, not because they didn't have potential, but because they kept waiting for the perfect moment. They waited for more confidence, more money, more support, better health, the right age, the right mindset, the right opportunity, but the perfect time never came. And the truth is, it never does. What does this lesson really mean? This lesson teaches you that life doesn't wait, and neither should you. If you wait until all the lights turn green before you start your journey, you'll never leave your house. Starting scared is better than never starting. Starting confused is better than dying with regrets. Taking small action now is better than dreaming big forever. Because what most people call waiting is actually a form of fear hiding behind excuses. There was a woman in her late 30s who had always wanted to run a marathon, but she thought, I'm too old. I don't have running shoes. I need to lose weight first. I'm not athletic. So she waited and waited for the perfect time. Years passed. One day, her friend challenged her, what if the perfect time never comes? That evening, with old shoes and zero training, she went for a 10-minute walk. The next day, 15 minutes, then 20 minutes. 6 months later, she completed her first marathon. Not as a winner, but as a warrior. She didn't wait to become ready. She started, and she became ready through action. Why must we act now, not later? The clock is always ticking. Every minute you wait is a minute you'll never get back. One day, you'll look back and wish you'd started today. You learn more by doing, not by just thinking. Thinking won't build your business, over-planning won't write your book, and doubting won't change your body. Waiting gives power to fear. The longer you wait, the stronger your fears become. When you act, fear shrinks. When you delay, fear grows. You don't need to see the whole path. You only need to see the next step. Just like driving through fog, you can't see the full road, but you keep moving. Clarity comes from motion. What can you do right now? Write the first sentence of your book. Go for that 5-minute walk. Record your first video, even if it's messy. Make that call, apply for that job, launch that idea. Do something small today, no matter how imperfect. Because the greatest enemy of progress is the illusion of someday. And someday is not a day on the calendar. Remember, you don't need perfect timing. You need brave beginnings. The world doesn't need a perfect you. It needs a real you who shows up. Lesson 13. Take action. Ideas are worthless without execution. Many people have brilliant ideas. They dream about starting a business, writing a book, getting fit, or learning a new skill. But only a few actually take action. Think about this. How many times have you had a great idea, but never did anything about it? Maybe you thought about starting a YouTube channel, launching a small business, or improving your health, but days, months, or even years passed, and you stayed in the same place. Why? Because ideas alone mean nothing. Execution is everything. The harsh truth is that most people are just talkers. Most people love to talk about their dreams. They say things like, one day I'll start my own business. I have an amazing book idea. I'll get fit maybe next month. But talking doesn't change anything. Dreaming about success won't make you successful, only taking action will. Think about it. A business idea that never starts will never make money. A book idea that is never written will never be read. And a goal to get fit that is never acted upon will never make you healthy. Ideas are like seeds. If you never plant them, they will never grow. Why do people fail to take action? Because of fear. Fear of failure. What if I fail? Fear of judgment. What will people say? Fear of imperfection. What if it's not good enough? These fears paralyze people. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect conditions, but perfection never comes. The truth is that action cures fear. The moment you start, fear begins to disappear. Success comes to those who do not just think, but do. Let's compare two people. Person A has an incredible idea for a business, but never starts, while person B has an average idea, but takes action and works hard. Who do you think will succeed? Person B, because execution beats ideas every time. The most successful people in the world are not the ones with the best ideas. They are the ones who actually take action. The first step is the hardest, but it changes everything. If you want to change your life, take action now. Start small, but start. Want to get fit? Do 10 push ups today. Want to start a business? Research for 1 hour today. Stop waiting for the perfect time. The perfect time is now. Be a doer, not a dreamer. The world doesn't reward those who think about doing things. It rewards those who do them. So, what will you take action on today? Because if you don't start now, a year from today, you'll still be in the same place, wishing you had. You have now read 13 life-changing lessons, not just words on a page, but keys to transformation. Each lesson was designed to awaken something inside you, a hunger to grow, a refusal to settle, a fire to live fully. But remember, lessons don't change lives, action does. Nothing will change unless you apply what you've learned. If you want confidence, start taking risks. If you want success, start taking action. If you want happiness, start choosing it every day. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to start. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to live your dreams for you. You are the hero of your story. You are the artist of your masterpiece. You are the author of your next chapter. The past is done. The future is unwritten, but this moment, this is where you take control. Let go of negativity. It's not your burden to carry. Let go of toxic people. Their energy is not your responsibility. Let go of self-doubt. You're capable of more than you know. You deserve a life filled with purpose, passion, and peace. You deserve to wake up excited, not exhausted. You deserve to be around people who lift you up, not drag you down. And guess what? You have the power to create that life. Your happiness is in your hands. Your future is in your hands. Your dreams are in your hands. Stop waiting, stop doubting, stop delaying. This is your time. No more excuses, no more regrets, no more wasted years. Go after the life you deserve. Believe in yourself and never, ever give up. A final quote to remember. Your life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change. And that change starts with you today, right now. So go out there and make your life extraordinary.